Hey everyone, it is Elsid932 on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me. We are here for the finale of this season for Love During Lockup. Please take a moment to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment below because this is wild. Y'all had me in this. I don't know. Y'all gonna have to tell me if you want me to come back and do this, but this has been trying. This has been trying my patience and my resilience. So let's get into it. There's a lot to get into. We're going to start off with those we did not see. Whatever. MJ and Willie, apparently they're still engaged. A warrant delayed his release. And I'm like, a warrant for what? Y'all need to tell us everything. A warrant for what? They say, but hey, he will soon be at a halfway house. And MJ has not spoken to Ami. I'm gonna need to see that she blocked him. I ain't really understanding this. Next up, we have Savannah and Bradley. Y'all, Savannah is driving up to stay at a hotel, and I'm like, why are her shoes packed in the bag without being covered? You know, I put my shoes, if it's packed with my clothes, I put it in a plastic bag, a shoe bag, something to keep the dirty soles away from my clean clothes. Tell me what you think, because I heard her. I had to replay it, but I was distracted by the dirty shoes are touching your clothes, girl. They're touching your clothes. But anyway, she sounds like she's trying too hard to be the wholesome bottle girl at the golf club. I don't believe Savannah. Y'all, I do not believe this wholesome. I have turned over a new leaf, Savannah. She lying to us. She looked like she wanted to cuss out her mama when mama was like, hey, be careful. It may not be peaches and cream. Everything may not work out the way you want to, so be careful. She's like, okay, I understand, mama. And she sounded like she was putting on a show. So she goes to pick him up, and they tell her that it may be between 8 and 9 o'clock a.m. She said this is the first thing she's ever on time for in her life. She said when he was released, they could, get married in a castle and have 25 kids. Wake up, Savannah. Wake up. Please wake up. Or maybe not, because when you wild out, we gonna see it. So she said she hopes they're on time because she got stuff to do today. I'm like, girl, they release him when they release him. But anyway, she said she's been waiting for a couple hours before he, is showing up on a minivan. And they tell us in their little recap that Bradley and Savannah will reunite on Love After Lockup. So they're trying to get us to watch Love After Lockup. I guess we'll see the rest of it, the reuniting of it all. I don't know if I'm going to follow it. Y'all let me know in the comments below. Next one is Sam and Crystal. He has not spoken to Crystal since the night before. She does call. She apologizes. He falls for it, y'all. They are still together. He said marriage for him means till the end, devotion till the end. Crystal says that Sam is her soulmate. And y'all, I don't know why Crystal sounds like she's lying to me. She is lying to us. She is putting on a show the way I think Savannah is putting on a show. So in their highlight for the afterwards, it's like Crystal is still awaiting a parole hearing. She is eligible for a hearing, but she has not been scheduled for one. I don't know. But they say Sam is still working overtime to fund her lifestyle in jail. She didn't answer very well when he asked about, the girlfriend in prison. She did not answer very well for me. I think she's just using him for money and to take care of her grandma. But that's just me. We'll find out in the next season if she gets out. Next up, we have Jakima and Donnie. Oh, wow. Jakima tells us that her father has never liked anyone she's dated. Girl, baby girl. When people tell me that, I'm like, your picker is way off. And if your involved parent knows you and can peep game, then I understand them. He never liked anybody? Well, we know why, with the kid's dad, but he's never liked anybody? Your picker's off. Daddy just sees you making bad choices. So Daddy says she don't look happy. He knew something was off. And she finally confesses that Donnie is in prison. Finally. He said, you so dang smart, you outsmarted yourself. When I tell you, some of these parents, just like Savannah's grandma, I like this dad. He's like, you outsmarted your daggone self trying to be smarter than everybody else. Because daddy already peeped game when she said he was in the military and he stationed in Hawaii. He could call you. It may be a time difference, but he could call you if he's stationed in Hawaii. So daddy said, hey, baby girl, you don't know the type of thugs he dealing with up there in Ohio, and you there by yourself. Come back to Texas. So we find out that she ran away from Texas to get away from a DV relationship, and her brother did not survive to see her escape this. I need to know how it transpired with the brother, because the way it's being swept under the rug, I think that the brother may have been of the streets, or was he a bystander? Innocent bystander. I need to know more, because the way she's talking about it, hedging it, I'm hoping that production just, camouflaged it. So we go on to find out from her twins that they hate Ohio. They absolutely, both of them, I don't like it, cuz they can't see their cousins. There is no family. There are no other kids for them to play with. Donnie calls her. She tells him the twins miss the family. And he wants her to stay there to hold it down for him for the 20 months. And if she moved back, it would devastate him. And it would look like she's giving up. So Donnie said to get back on his visitation list, they got to write the warden. And, he said something very interesting. He said, as far as you know, I didn't do anything wrong. Donnie hiding, y'all. Donnie is hiding something major. It sounds suspicious. Real suspicious, Donnie. You saying, as far as you know, I didn't do something wrong, is very suspicious. Jakima, watch out. That discipline report ain't saying everything. I hope he ordered all his discipline reports, because it sounds like it's more than one. He asked her to stay in Ohio. He'll figure it out. He said he never loved anyone like her. He is love bombing her to keep her in Ohio. Jakima says she loves him and cares, and they'll figure something out. Girl, go back to Texas. Go back to your daddy. So she does go home. She does go home. She says her dad's approval means a lot. Donnie calls while she's there. And daddy says, hey, if something happens in Ohio, baby girl, I can't jump on a plane and get to you. Dad misses the twins. He can see them whenever he wants to when they're in Texas. But y'all, Donnie calls, they talk. Daddy's like, hey, don't have my baby girl mixed up in your foolishness. But Donnie asked for her hand in marriage. Another love bomb situation. How you going to ask for a hand in marriage? You ain't got nothing in your hand to give her. Why would you accept this and give your blessing, Dad? He's in prison. He's in prison. He's not gotten out. He has not proven himself. Why are you accepting a proposal, both Jakima and her dad, from a man who's in prison? He needs to get out and be on his feet and show he can support. Yo, I'm getting mad at this. Daddy I'm hoping you just want to do this for your baby girl, because she just, my man is asking my daddy for my hand in marriage. Girl, please. Jakima's like, it feels great to, have my hand asked. And I'm like, why? He ain't giving you nothing but your name on his paperwork. You in trouble too. Now she feels like, she can have her fairy tale now. I need these girls to wake up. There is no fairy tale. This is real life. You have twins. You have twin boys coming up. You will have your fairy tale. Fairy tale what? An incarcerated prince? I'm just baffled by this. Let me calm down. Calm down. So we hear about their follow-up. She's still living in Ohio. She has no plans to leave. Of course not. He just proposed. My fiance is in Ohio. Donnie recently proposed to her. She said yes. 6 months later, she is still waiting to get back on the visitors list. She is still waiting 6 months later to get back on his visitors list. His official release date, we learn, is 2029, September. 2029. Now, he was added on 20 months. He was going to be out in 20 months, which was under 2 years. Now, all of a sudden, we in 2025, but this was filmed in 2024. His release date is 2029. Are you still going to sit there and wait, Jakima? Are you going to be on Love During Lockup for the next 5 years? Now in 2025, 4 years? I mean, what we doing? What we doing? You have no family in Ohio. Jakima, you have me very suspicious of you, baby girl. Daddy never liked anybody you with. You're accepting this proposal from a man that has not proven anything. He ain't out of jail. Now instead of the 20 months, you talking about 4 years? Baby girl. Okay. That's all I could say about Jakima. I'm sorry, y'all. I could go on a tangent about Jakima and Donnie, but we're going to leave it there. Next up, Tia and Rob. Y'all, when we left, Rob had left. When we left them, Rob went to his PO with his sister. Now he's back. Apparently they stopped and got a little shopping on. Rob was like, I need some sneaks. I need some clothes. I need to look dapper. You know, and I hate to say it this way, but if you of New York, you know them Harlem men like to dress. Sorry, I said it. I know. The Harlem men that I know of, they like to dress. And while Rob's style may be a little different, he got his clean sneaks, he got his clothes. Hey, she just glad everybody gone because her cousin took the daughter back to Long Island. Okay, cousin took the daughter back, and she just glad. So Rob is happy now. He's like, yeah, let's get ready. We going, to tour Harlem. I can't wait for you to see my neighborhood. And she's like, why can't we just chill at the hotel? Rob wants to be out and about. He been locked up for a decade. He don't want to stay within 4 walls, Tia. He been locked up. So he ready to get back out there, see what has changed. Is, the Dunkin' Donuts still at that corner? Oh, is so-and-so still at that shop? He wants to get out and about. He got places to go and people to see. Tia starts cussing at him. And he said he don't want to feel like he locked up. No, not after a date. And he said he told her that. But even if you didn't tell her, Rob, that's kind of self-explanatory. Tia says he is worried about folks who didn't worry about him while he was incarcerated. Now, I do agree with you on that one, Tia. These people ain't put no money on your books. Nobody ain't offered to help you with nothing. But you want to go out there and see them. Okay? He doesn't want her to touch. She doesn't want him to touch her, like hold her hand while they're talking. Then she's upset that she has not met the woman he gonna be staying at her place. She's like, that's probably your main beat. And I'm like, Tia, I hope this escalated and you didn't just go off, because that means I was laying undercurrent for you for a long time. Rob snapped at her and the cameraman. Rob done smushed the camera out his face. Tia's mad. She don't know the woman. She don't know the address. She don't know anything. He's like, yeah, you're going to learn. You're going to know all that. She's like, when? So they are both talking to each other in that room. And they like squaring up. I'm like, they squaring up like they're about to tussle. He's like, and she's like, I'm like, y'all look like y'all about to jump and fight. And I didn't like it. I was like, cameraman, I'm going to need you to trip and drop that camera, because this ain't what we need to be seeing. He said, here, what do you want me to prove? Prove what? He goes to the balcony. He said, yo, I need to calm down. He goes to the balcony. You know why he goes to the balcony? Y'all need to go back and look at that whole scene. Rob goes out on the balcony because Tia is standing in front of the door. She refused to let that man out. Can you imagine? And I'm not excusing Rob. Rob tosses over a chair on the balcony. It stayed on the balcony, not over the balcony. It's on the balcony. He's frustrated. He wants to probably leave and get out. But Tia's standing in front of that door, blocking the door to leave. That man is feeling like he's incarcerated again. The man is feeling like he's incarcerated again. Someone is trying to control his movements. Tia, Not a good look. Luckily, he went to the balcony. But if he tried to get past her out the door, it would have been popping off. So Tia says she loves Rob, but he doesn't show that he loves her. And showing it, I guess, is staying in the hotel with her. Tia, I know you want to lay with the man again, but let the man go. Let the man go. If he comes back, you know he's yours. If you don't come back, you know he wasn't yours. Let it go. Rob says she wouldn't understand because he did 10 years. He now wants to be free. Free to come and go as he pleases. And he doesn't feel, he doesn't want to feel like he's in a cage or on a leash. And he said this is going to be worse, hounding him when she gets back home. Tia says she wants to go home. She don't have any of these problems when she's home. Rob eventually says, hey, I want to talk to you. She says she don't want to talk to him. She said everything she did for him, she's asking him to stay home. Rob, this is going to be all relationship. Tia, are you going to do this all the time? He can't go out with friends? When is it going to be enough that Rob can actually leave and go hang out with friends without you and you're okay? Is it going to be 3 months, 6 months, a year? Tia tells him, when I talk, you don't listen, so I'm just returning the favor. She being petty. I know I would do the same petty thing. I would be the same petty as Tia. But Tia wants to control this man. She wants to control him. And this ain't the way. This ain't, girl. Go with him to Harlem. Peep how he moves. Ask for that girl to come. Ask to go to the house in Brooklyn. Come on. Don't just square up. It's like, hey, well, we could go to Harlem. Could we go to Brooklyn before I go back to Long Island? I'd like to meet. And you could peep game. She says she ain't gonna cry over another man. This is another man playing with her and is not gonna do it again. Tia, another incarcerated felon or just another man? You had said nobody had met your daughter before, so how was another man playing you? Rob says he don't want to hurt her, but he doesn't want to feel like home is a prison. Totally understand. She's crying and says she ruins everything every time. Now that, Tia, why? What is with that? You think you ruined everything every time. So now you're having remorse that you pushed him away and the way you pushed him away? We need to dig deeper with that, Tia. I need to see more of you to understand what's going on. But this could also be a game, y'all. This could also be a game. But it turns out it ain't. Turns out it ain't a game. In their follow-up, it says Tia and Rob broke up a few days after filming ended. Rob reconnected with an ex and moved to Miami. He's an aspiring actor and model. Tia says Rob is pursuing her and she's not interested. I don't believe Rob pursuing her. I don't believe it. I really don't. I'm sorry. It may seem heartless, but if you were putting him in a box and making him feel like he was imprisoned, I don't think he's pursuing her. I think he may be like appreciative of all she's done for him. I don't think he's pursuing her. That's why they said Tia says Rob is pursuing her. She ain't talking about her life and what she got going with her. She's saying what Rob doing. Tia ain't got nothing going on, y'all. She ain't got nothing going on. But Rob reconnected with an ex and he paroled in Miami. See? Ooh, child. They surely didn't need to be with each other with the way they were squaring up in that hotel room. Ooh, I was worried for them. Now, let's get to the main event. Ding, 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 ding. Except we have 3 corners. We got Kate, Hunter, Kaylee. This is why the episode is called Revenge Served Poolside. So the friends comfort Kaylee. Remember the last time we left, Hunter said, hey, I'm with my ex now. We can't be, together. And Kaylee, is outside the salon crying. The friend Nick, it seemed throughout this whole thing that Nick is like positioning himself for the camera. I know he's being a real friend. He's comforting her. He's hugging her. But some things from there at the salon to the house, it looked like Nick was there for the camera time. I'm just saying. But he had some good lines. So Kaylee says she lost her friend and partner. You never had him. You never had him. Nick is a real friend. This is the one part he's a real friend. He's like, who is this bee that he got? Are we riding at dawn? I was cracking up because Nick, you you my kind of friend. Because I would have come in like, okay, what do we know? Who is this X and what are we gonna do about it? When we should just let Hunter go. Just let him go. Hunter says he feels bad and had to make a choice. He still lied, telling Kaylee that Kate was an ex. Because Kate ain't an ex. Kate is a present. Kate is actually who signed him up. Kate says she's been ignoring his calls for a few days. And while we're seeing her talking to him with her dog, and the way she's telling her dog to sit and be quiet, I'm like, Kate, are you trying to train Hunter like you're training your dog? Kate, the tone you have with the dog is the same tone you have when you're trying to tell Hunter what to do. I peep that. Kate is trying to train Hunter the way she's training her dog with that same tone. Girl. Anyway, he said it was hard letting the last one go, but he didn't want to lose Kate, and she feels she has to protect her heart. She says she's on her way to forgiveness, because her ex used to call her the Ice Queen. You know how they say, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned? Well, Kate says hell is frozen when she's in the building. I'm like, wow, Kate. Wow, I know that Ice Queen. Know that Ice Queen is coming. So they tell us 1 week before season premiered, the first trailer is released. We're in the car with Kaylee while she's watching this. She sees the clip where Kate signed Hunter up for the website to get some sugar mamas. And Hunter is saying he's a con man for women. Kaylee is mad, y'all. Kaylee is mad. Then it says, 4 weeks after Hunter broke up with Kaylee, the first trailer is released. Okay? The T is, he's still been talking to Kaylee on the side. He's still been talking to her all this time. So Kaylee is like, so there are two of us? Two of us dating the same guy. She is hurt and humiliated. She's like, it's not an ex. This is some chick. Y'all, when I tell you Kaylee is hot, Kaylee is hot. She said she finished filming. She came outside just to see the promo. And she goes off in the car. She's like, you moron. Talking about Hunter. It's been a month since the breakup, she said, and we've been together still this whole time. Hunter told Kaylee that this is a ploy for drama on the show. So she believed him. She thought he could be messing with her, but she believed him. The producer's like, oh, so you were playing me? The producer had to come out from behind the camera and say something. So you were playing me? She's like, we sure was. She's like, but I trusted my fiance. He's a criminal mastermind. He ain't no criminal mastermind. You just fell for it, Kaylee. He ain't no mastermind. She said she has still been sending him money. And when the producers asked, she said she sent him more than $8,000. Kaylee, does Nick and Alyssa know that you've been still sending him money? Seems like you've been hiding this. And hiding it is how Hunter can continue to do this. She also, y'all, Kaylee been dropping the tea on us. She said they got their visitation back. She went to see him just last Sunday. She said he was lying in her face to face. He was lying because they were like two kids all snuggled up together, all holding on to each other, and she never suspected a thing. Said he wanted to marry her right now. Kaylee said she spent money, time, feelings. It was all a waste. So she's asking, was he going to ghost her when the episode started airing? Yeah, Kaylee. He was going to use you till the truth came out. Sorry to tell you, Kaylee. He was going to use you till that. So the producer asked, when's the last time y'all spoke? She said she kept messaging him to call and for them to catch him in the act. But she's like, y'all got to be quiet. When he calls, y'all got to be quiet. Because Hunter doesn't know the camera is still following her. He thinks the camera crew stopped following her because the whole drama they concocted up. He don't know it's still being filmed. Apparently he calls and the call hangs up. Kaylee's like, he know he been caught. She says she gonna focus on herself and not talk to another inmate. No more dating. He's lost out in the end. Okay, Kaylee. I hope no more inmates. I hope. Hunter says he wishes they had started as friends, him and Kaylee, and wish they had stayed as friends. But Kate is the one for him. Now we see Kate at the poolside, and Hunter calls her. She's on the poolside with Enrique. Apparently, she says she met Enrique on her trip to Mexico. Now, y'all, the way they were setting this up, my hope was that she was at the poolside with Kaylee. I was hoping she was at the poolside on the phone with Kaylee. I know that's wrong. I know that's incorrect, because then Kaylee, is mad that Kate set her up to get Hunter to steal her money. I know that's wrong, but that's what my petty heart was hoping. So apparently she got the phone on speaker, and Enrique's like, "Hey, dude." She's like, "Yeah, you get visits and hand jobs." And Enrique's like, "We're just having a drink." Hunter loses it. He's like, "I'm not talking to you, bro." It's like, woo. Hunter's like, "If this is how it's going to be, it's not going to work." And I'm like, huh? Hunter is probably thinking, because Kate set him up on this whole date an inmate, that he was just doing as he's told. Now Kate is doing something off the record, off the book, off the rails. Kate said, it's good to remind men every now and again that they don't have control. Ooh, are we seeing the Ice Queen, Kate? Is this the Ice Queen making her appearance? So Kate says, you made it clear to me we are in a non-monogamous relationship. Kate, you started this. You put him out there for these women to date. Don't start saying he made it clear that they're non-monogamous. You said, go find you some sugar mamas. How are you going to find sugar mamas unless you give in some sugar, Kate? How did you think he was going to make this money from these honeys? Come on, Kate. Do not be obnoxious about this. He had to be finessing these women. Did you know how far you expected him not to go? So Hunter said, do what you got to do. And she's like, trust me, or get over it. She said she's serving up revenge poolside. Whatever, Kate. You put him on this path. He ain't sent you on this path. So Hunter hung up when she said she may hook up with Enrique. Okay, whatever. So Hunter is like losing it, saying Katie is his. She signed him up, but he did admit taking it too far. But that doesn't mean she has a hall pass. Y'all didn't talk about this. You didn't talk about how far Hunter can go to get this money, honey. Hunter's like, I got the money. You just don't like what I had to do to get the money, but you sent him out there. So they're showing us that Kaylee is burying the ring in the desert, and to symbolize Hunter, because she's ending that part of her life. And she is burying the ring along with the dilly dough that she bought with Elisa was there. Y'all, she held it up, wiggling and all, and threw it in the hole in the desert and covered it up. Girl, we didn't need to see that. Well, I guess you can't return it. You can't burn it. So you got to get rid of it. We didn't need to see that. That's why I think you're performative. You're a little too performative, Kaylee. I think you're going to show up in the next season. I'm not sure, but that's a little too much of a performance. We see Kate and Hunter are still together, and Hunter still has pen pals. I'm not surprised. Kaylee is still sending him money. Not surprised. Katie says if they're stupid enough to continue to send him money, he might as well collect. Kate, you're putting him out there. You're still pimping him out, as your friend said, and you want him to make the money, but you're not happy how he has to do it. Then you need to fund him, Kate. You need to fund him so he doesn't have to put out for the other ladies. And Kaylee, you just told us you are symbolically ending the relationship, but you're still sending him money. I'm sure we're going to find out she's still visiting him and everything else. That was too performative in the desert. I'm sorry. I think Kaylee is on a mission to show that she could take Hunter from Kate. Y'all, that's the end of the episode. That's the end of the season. Let me know in the comments if you would like me to continue to do Love During Lockup the next season. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you on the next videos. Please check out all the other relationship shows that I have on my channel. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel.